Hey all. Well, I'm going to be pulling the frets out of this base neck. I've got the other two that I want to finish up are still in a curing process. It shouldn't be much longer. So I figured I'd start on this one for right now anyway. And I thought I would be showing you how to use a soldering iron and put solder on these frets to pull them out, but I pulled two of them. They came out so easy, I'm not going to be doing that. So I'm just going to use these fret pullers and pull them out. You just want to start on the end. You don't want to pry up on them, just squeeze it. And that fret popped up a little bit when I squeezed it there. So you just work your way down and keep squeezing it. And it's coming out, and I'm not prying up on it. I'm just using these fret pullers to get underneath it. You know, sometimes these get to be tough. Now this one feels like it's a little tough. I'll go to the other end. And I got under it a little bit there. Yeah, now it's coming. If I do run into problems where I think I have to do something different, I'll pause it and we'll get some more tools out and try it out. I think my hand's probably right in your guys' way. Let me see if I can film this a little bit better here. Alright. Let's see. Maybe I can switch hands. Does that help? How about let's move the camera up some. This filming stuff still got me baffled sometimes. I don't know how to hold the camera, where to put it. This fretboard, I'm probably going to have to sand it. But we'll see. I'm not getting any chip out. I think what I am getting is just where the tang's touching the sides of it, the fretboard. Yeah, I don't think I'm filming this very well for you guys. Let's figure something else out here. I'll save these old frets, and I've got them numbered. And when I cut the new fret wire, I'll go through these and measure these, and of course I'll cut my new frets a little longer. These weren't coming all the way to the edge of the fretboard, some of them, but that'll give me an idea about how long they're supposed to be. My hand's still right in the way, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know how to do this, man. I don't know how to film this. We get ready to put new frets in. I'll show you all the implements of destruction that I bought over the years for putting frets in. You know me, I'm a gadget guy, so I've got a few different little things. The best way I've found so far, though, and just an opinion, is using a drill press. And it's been a while since I had a press, so I've got a new cull that I've never tried that I'd like to try. and see if it works. If it doesn't, I've got the old standbys I've always had. Now sometimes these frets are so much glue in them that you have to heat the fret up, which melts the glue. You put your soldering iron on here, and I always run a bead of solder on it because the solder makes the fret heat faster and it makes it retain heat longer. But that'll usually get them loose for you to pull out without tearing up your fretboard. And when I'm doing that, I will protect this fretboard with something, either tape or some fret protectors, whatever. I don't think this will be a very good video. It looks like my hand's going to be in the way through the whole video. Just try to keep your whatever you're using to pull these with flat to the fretboard. These are, what I'm using are StewMax fret pullers. But I've had others I bought hardware stores, or larger like these. These are also StewMax. These are fret cutters. But I've bought stuff like this bull nose, and then you'll have to put that on a grinder and grind that flat. Because you can see this is round here too. That's a cheaper way to go though, and does just as good a job. There's no reason to be afraid of doing this. Just take your time. I'll be showing you how I put frets in. I'm not trying to instruct anybody, I'm just showing you how I do it. There's a stubborn one. Last one. Are we still in the camera? All right, that's it. Last one. I'll get this fretboard sanded down some and clean these slots out. I'll show you how to do that before I put the frets in. And I think I have fret wire here. We'll go through all that stuff. Alright, that's it for today, man. Hopefully you'll be able to kind of tell what I'm doing. I know it wasn't filmed very well. I'm using a different tripod that I normally do. This one clamps onto your workbench and it's kind of overhead, you know, but I normally don't use this. Alright, y'all, you take care.